So should you start a business or should you invest in a property? I don't know if you can see the Burj Khalifa behind you, but I always give one recommendation, and I talk about this in my book as well, The Intelligent Real Estate Investor. So should you start a business or should you invest in real estate? Stick around. I'm going to give you my opinion on the situation. My name is Fahd Dawood. I've been doing real estate for 14 plus years, started in Toronto, Canada, and since 2007, I've been doing it in Dubai. I'm also the author of The Intelligent Real Estate Investor. If you want to work with me, such as buy a property, get a good real estate investment, you can reach out to me. There is a contact form below. If you want general advice, hey, hit me up in the comment section. I'll take them up. I'll sometimes respond to you personally, to your comments, or I'll make a video for you, okay? Here's the thing. I talk about this in the book that I've written, The Intelligent Real Estate Investor. And I've said, look, if you've got the opportunity to start a business, by all means, that's what you should do. Here's why I say this. Whereas there's been tons and tons of billionaires just by investment in real estate or development, or people have successfully created a good revenue income stream by investments in real estate, there are, in my opinion, far more people. Now, other real estate agents don't talk to you like this. They'll tell you, hey, real estate is the end all and be all. But you know, there are other opportunities. There's far more people who've created their fortune in doing business. Now, let me try to explain what I mean, okay? Here's what a business is made of, right? It's got a great idea. You're solving someone's problem. It's got you as the entrepreneur. It's got resources that you're bringing otherwise, such as time, money, bringing together all the resources together and essentially delivering a service or a product to a willing buying customer who's going to pay your price, and at the end of the day, hopefully you're going to turn a profit. Now, Facebook is a business, Google is a business, the people who produce cars are businesses, you know, they're global businesses. But then on a smaller level, restaurants are business, a service provider is a business, a content creator could be a business. Now, here's what I would say. If you've got a great idea and you're very confident in knowing how to handle marketing, HR, finance, your own self, to be a visionary leader, then I think you should run a business. Why not? The returns on businesses when they're doing better or better than they should be, right, are 30 to 40% per year, right? Like, I think in the restaurant business, the margins that the food industry has are, 30 to 40%. But then obviously they get lean years, such as right now, like tough years, right? When things aren't that great, they end up making, losses as well. But here's what I always tell people. If you can do all of that together and you've got the know-how to do marketing, hiring, firing, finances, and all of that, then, maybe you should run a business. What's the second best thing that you could do? Now, with businesses comes a lot of risk. People go to MBA school for 2 years and then they specialize in only one category. I went to a business school in Toronto called the Schulich School of Business, one of the top schools, and I'm very happy about that. But people who are doing their MBAs, it took them like 2 years to specialize in one area, right? So you could be a marketing expert, a finance expert, an HR expert. As an entrepreneur, you're meant to be an expert in all those areas, right? Challenging? Perhaps. Fun? Perhaps. Much more money coming to you? Perhaps. Yes. Okay. So if you can handle all of that, by all means, carry out a business. If you feel you don't have the time, if you've got a full-time day job and you don't want to carry on or start a business, or the risks beyond your imagination, then invest in real estate. Why do I say real estate? Real estate, again, it's my opinion, it's kind of like the next best thing. And it's the next best thing until something else comes along, okay? Disclaimer. Why is it the next best thing? You're technically kind of a business owner because you're putting your money in a real asset, which is the property. Your property becomes your business. And then you've got to go out and market that property. That property is a business and a product, kind of. And you're going to be marketing that to willing buyers, tenants, who are going to be paying you market price for your services, which is the annual or the monthly or the short-term rent, right? You with me so far? So technically you're investing in a business unit, which is the property. You are the entrepreneur and the owner of that business unit, the property. You're going to now market it to people, tenants, your customers, and hopefully they'll pay you a good willing price. That'll get you like the year's rent or whatever that may be. Now, obviously, you might have a property management company in place, such as, something that we do for supervision. You might have, so just like a business, you might hire a manager who will run the business or who will run your property. And then whatever income is generated from that property for the year, you minus all the expenses such as the service charges or the maintenance that are accrued. And essentially speaking, you end up getting what is your net income / profit for you. Now, that's not what I really wanted to make this video for. What I wanted to really talk about is if you've decided to go the property route, you gotta still think like a businessman, okay? So I was talking to somebody today and their company manages, I'm not gonna name the company, they manage about 550 apartments across Dubai. Do you think that during this weird pandemic situation, they would have adjusted prices? Dubai is right now open. As you can see, there are people sitting behind me. I don't want to show their faces, but it's kind of like open. Obviously, you got to go around with a mask. I'm kind of standing on my own, so I'm not wearing a mask, but you technically still have to run your property like a business. And that's what this video is about. That's what I want to talk to people about. Look, if you're a landlord, think about it like a business owner, because yes, it's less risk and more passive than running an actual business. If you are running a restaurant, you got to go in, make sure the windows are clean, the supplies are there, the meat is fresh, the chef is there cooking, hasn't taken a day off, and customers coming in and going out are happy when they leave the restaurant. That's a lot more work perhaps, but a lot more profit as well, right? 30-40%. When you're running a property business, if you've got a real estate asset, you're looking at returns between 3 to 10% average globally. Obviously, if you bring in more value, you'll make more money. But then what do you do in situations such as this weird pandemic, right? Every country has its own options, and every country has its own rules and regulations and unique circumstances. And as a business owner, what you need to do is you need to react to ensure that you are making the most of that property by, you could give lower rents so that you're actually renting out the property. You could perhaps, give a couple of days free. Some landlords in Dubai, they decided to create some goodwill during the weird pandemic situation. I know of one, not personally, but it was advertised. He has many apartments, and what he decided to do was, any family that's in a tough situation, has lost a job, they decided to give it to them for free. Create some goodwill, right? So if you create some goodwill, it's going to get coming back to you at the end of the day. It's like a business that does well, and during the weird pandemic situation, says like, if you're a restaurant and people are, hard pressed for food, perhaps you give away free food, right? At the end of the day, we're going through a massive shift globally. Your businesses, if you're a business person, are going to go through the shift as well. But if you are a property owner, guess what? Same rules apply. You've got to adapt to what the current market situation is. If it's short-term rental that you need to do, you need to get into that. If it's month-to-month rental that you should be doing to cover your expenses and maybe make some money off the top, you got to do that. If it's furniture that you need to provide, you got to do that. You can't be rigid in your old model or the old way of doing things, because you end up then losing money. And who wants to lose money? Nobody, right? Let me show you the Burj. Burj is right there, right? Okay, that's the message I want to get across today. Like, think when you're a property owner, think of it as a business. And guess what? If you're losing money on the property, maybe it's time to exit. Maybe it's time to sell it, even at a loss, or whatever money you've gained over the last 10 years. Hey, bank that as a profit and just exit from the property. My name is Fahd Dawood. Hit the subscribe button, press the bell icon if this video has helped you. I hope it has. Got you thinking in some more ways. Share it with other people. If you want to reach out to me, there is a contact form below if you want to specifically buy a property. I do run a paid service. If you want to just ask me a general question, again, in the comment section. Ciao for now. Love you. Bye-bye.